Great to have Danielle back with us today. I know you're under the weather.
Great to be back,
so to speak.
I had pneumonia.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing to have, so it's nicer to be back here.
And you're here with warm weather for the start of the week.
Yeah, so we have a couple more days of this warm stuff, and then things will change. Once again, we'll drop, and we're looking at about a 3 or 4 day stretch of quite cold temperatures. So enjoy this warmth while we have it. We're now sitting at 9 degrees, winds to the west, sustained speed at 19 kilometers per hour, but gusting anywhere from 30 to 50 kilometers per hour throughout the evening hours is what you can expect. When we look at just the base temperature downtown, it's at 8 degrees, and Big Four Motors, Calgary's original Jeep store and more in Tizal Park, is at 5 degrees right now. So overall, even Windsport at 7. It's quite a toasty day for this time of year. We're looking at those gusts continuing out of the west up to 50 kilometers per hour, even through tomorrow as well. And that's going to give us another warm day tomorrow with some sunshine at times. But then, yes, we'll talk about this cool down and a little bit of few flurries coming up in the longer range forecast. Those details just ahead, Ian.
The rather unique find. It's like meteorites follow him around wherever he goes. He goes on vacation,
it's
there
like
it is.
They just know.
It's just meant to be.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a big change coming in our weather by later in the week.
Yeah, and you'll notice it's going to kick off with some stronger winds by later in the day on Thursday. We get into the potential of some flurries, and then certainly some much colder temperatures once again. So we're warm for another couple of days. Here's your Skywatch weather camera. It's been a lovely day today. It's been a little breezy, but nothing too crazy, in the 30s for today so far. And that came out of the right direction, out of the southwest, which carried us up to 9 degrees today as a high, but also our current temperature right now. And as you can see, we're one of the warmer spots right now when you look at the rest of the province. Milk River sitting at 2, Medicine Hat at 2, Brooks at 3, and -3 for Banff. So a bit of a range of temperatures right now, with Calgary being one of the hot spots. Grand Prairie, one of the warmer spots at 6 degrees right now. This is a look at maximum wind gusts for today, and so far just 35 kilometers per hour, 61 though in Pincher Creek. You can expect those winds around 60, even 70 in Pincher Creek for tomorrow, and in Calgary for tomorrow we're going to pick up to about 50 kilometers per hour. In fact, that's probably going to start this evening, carry through the overnight hours. Lethbridge, you're looking at that same kind of wind gust, and again, that'll be out of the west. That'll keep our temperatures warm in most communities for tomorrow. But this is the upper air analysis, and I want to show you how the weather pattern is going to break down here. So we're getting this westerly flow. We're under the ridge of high pressure. That ridge of high pressure is going to slump to the south, especially by late Thursday. That's going to open us up to some flurries. It's going to switch the wind direction. So instead of these warmer winds from the west, we're going to start to be opening up to winds coming out of the north. And that's going to, one, make things colder. We're going to get this cooler air mass ushering in from this. And it will be around for about 4 to 5 days, where we're looking at daytime highs below the freezing mark. And in fact, some of those days in the minus double digits. So certainly cooler air on the way later this week. Starting on Friday, you'll really notice that. Okay, future casts, you can see by tomorrow we're just looking at sunshine, so it's pretty quiet out there. We are looking, though, at that front. The cold front is going to roll in. That's going to kick off with a few flurries. That arrives Thursday night, and then that's what opens the gates for us for some flurries in through Friday. Just a couple centimeters is what we're looking at picking up in Calgary, but that's going to usher in these colder temperatures, as you can see here. So 9 tomorrow is a high with gusts of 50 kilometers per hour to the west. Then the winds shift, come out of the north for Thursday. Still a high of 7, but later in the day on Thursday, we get into the chance of flurries. That cold front rolls through, and that will drop our daytime high to -6 on Friday and minus double digits for the weekend.
When you think about it, it's been a while since we've had really cold temperatures.
Yes, it's been a while since we've been in those minus teens, which is what we're expecting for Saturday. So we are looking at quite a cool down coming up here. And it will be a 4 or 5 day thing that we're looking at daytime highs in the minus double digits, and then we'll get out of that. 9 degrees is the current temperature, also our daytime high today, not far off, as you can see from the record of 11.2 for this day. Looking at that 3-day forecast, you can see warm for the next couple of days, gusty for the next couple of days, but that weather pattern shifts late Thursday, bringing in likely a few flurries that will carry into Friday morning, and 7 for Thursday, -6 by Friday.
Great images. Well, Danielle is back with us tonight. We enjoyed a very nice day for January, well above zero again today.
Oh, yeah, and fairly close anyway to record-breaking. 11.2 is the record high for this day. So we got up to 9 today. We're looking at holding on to this warmth for another couple days before this weather pattern changes and things cool down significantly. We are sitting at 10 degrees, so we've just shot up another degree. The winds are starting to pick up as well. We'll have gusts up to 50 kilometers per hour tonight and through early tomorrow as well, and then we'll shift. It should die down a little bit tomorrow afternoon. This will be enough to carry us up to 9 degrees at least once again tomorrow with mainly sunny skies. We'll talk about that big cool down on the way that's arriving on Friday. We'll share more about that coming up, Tara.
Thanks, Danielle. Let's bring Danielle back in now as we get our 5-day forecast. Still got a couple of nice days in there.
Yes, let's enjoy these wonderful days that we have for the next few days, because by Friday you'll notice a change, and by the weekend you'll notice a big change in the temperatures. We're headed for a big cool down later this week. All right, look at this though. 10 degrees in Calgary right now, 9 in Rocky Mountain House. Quite a range in temperatures going on right now. -3 in Banff and 2 in Medicine Hat, 3 in Lethbridge. But yes, Calgary, one of the hot spots, and certainly close to record-breaking even. 11.2 is the record for this day. So a toasty day for us. We're looking at this warmth continuing in through tomorrow. The wind gusts will pick up, and that will increase as we go through tonight and through tomorrow. So 35 kilometer per hour. That was our maximum wind gust today. We're looking at kicking this up to about 50 kilometers per hour tonight and through tomorrow. Pincher Creek will likely kick up to 70 kilometers per hour for tomorrow, and Lethbridge will remain between that 50 and 60 kilometer per hour mark. Medicine Hat as well. That will bring in another warm day for us. We're under the influence of this ridge of high pressure, but this whole pattern is about to shift. So by the time we get into, if you check out your timestamp here, late Thursday, you can see that ridge of high pressure slumps to the south. We're going to have a cold front that will swipe through. That will likely usher in a few flurries, and then we're going to see this huge shift in wind direction. So by Friday, we're looking at winds, strong winds at times out of the north, and that's going to bring in this much cooler air mass that will be here to stay for about 4 or 5 days, and it will be the coldest on the weekend when we have the potential of getting into the minus teens. All right, looking at that future cast for tomorrow, really, we're just looking at mainly sunny skies here in Calgary. As we advance this, though, you can see that we have that cold front up to the north. So by Thursday, throughout the day and by the evening hours, especially supper hours for Calgary, is when we'll see that slump south. So likely we'll get some flurries with this. We're not looking at huge amounts for Calgary. We're looking at anywhere from 1 to 2 centimeters is possible Thursday night in through early Friday. And then what happens is that colder air, that wind out of the north, it will be a significant change for us once again. So 9 degrees is a high for tomorrow. It will be gusty winds out of the west, gusting up to 50 kilometers per hour for much of the day, but it should release a little bit in the afternoon hours. A gusty day for Thursday, but late Thursday, those winds will shift and start to come out of the north, and that will be a colder wind. So we should still get up to 7 as a high on Thursday, but check out what this means for Friday. -6. And then by Saturday, -14 for a daytime high.
Thank you. All right, well, Danielle says more cold weather is coming, so finding warmth is going to be a priority.
Right. Oh my goodness, he's so cute.
This little Yorkie loves the dryer when it's full of warm clothes. Maybe a little too much, though, because he jumps right in there, and then when his owners try to get him out, he growls at them.
The Yorkie with the attitude.
Yeah, small dog, big attitude.
I get it, though, when you take all the warm clothes and you put it on your face.
It's
and
very comforting.
So
it's
nice.
very comforting. Well, dozens of runners would probably love a nice warm blanket after braving extreme cold for this marathon. No, thank you. This is in Russia's far northeast, the district also known as the Cold Pole. It's one of the world's coldest regions that has a permanent human population. Temperatures during the race were about -50 degrees Celsius.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness. Their best idea was the water they drink. They switch out the cold water for hot water so they can stay hydrated and try to stay warm.
What would make anyone want to do that?
That's exactly.
Why?
Why?
Like
why?
right?
I'm with you, Glenn.
Yes.
Why?
Oh.
Nuts.
No, thank you.
Just nuts.
Well, we're going to end tonight with the perfect photo bomb.
Perfect. I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh,
She was busy watching the beluga. She didn't realize that she was about to be proposed to. Even the beluga seemed a little surprised. He's like, wait a minute, I thought I was the star of this photo. That's very cute. That is going to be a great video for them to always remember that moment.
I do think I saw the beluga smile.
The beluga did look like it was smiling.
I'm pretty happy about it, right?
Yeah, that is a great video.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Well, still to come.
All right, here's your Skywatch weather camera bouncing around a little. So the gusts are going to pick up this evening through tonight to about 50 kilometers per hour. That's going to be predominantly out of the west. That's going to keep our temperatures actually pretty warm even through the overnight hours and give us another warm day tomorrow. Just look at this. So currently we are at 10 degrees. That's our daytime high. The record for this day is 11.2 from 2004. So fairly close today in Calgary to breaking a record. Normal is -3 for a daytime high. So how do we compare to the rest of the country? Well, it's not often this happens, but we right now in Calgary are the hottest place in the entire country at 10 degrees. Still some warmth though in Vancouver and Victoria at 6 and 7 degrees, but much cooler just off to the east of us, Regina at -10. Much colder in through Saskatchewan and through Manitoba, and then somewhat cold in mainly eastern Ontario at this point. Okay, when we look at tomorrow, around 3 for Kamloops, Kelowna, in through Salmon Arm with cloud cover, some sunny breaks. Edmonton seeing mainly cloudy skies for tomorrow. Red Deer will see some sunny breaks and a high of 3. Further to the south, so Olds and south, we're looking at mainly sunny skies for tomorrow. That wind out of the west, we're looking at 50 kilometer per hour gusts for Calgary for tomorrow out of the west, so that should get us to at least 9 degrees. So another warm one. And then south of us, Pincher Creek looking at 70 kilometer per hour gusts for tomorrow. Lethbridge 50 kilometer per hour gusts, that'll get you to 7 degrees. Looking at that 10-day trend, you can see warm for the next couple of days, and that colder air mass rolls in. The coldest of it will be on the weekend. In fact, Saturday a high of -14, but we bounce back to above freezing by the middle of next week. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle.
Both those schools, U of C and Royal University.
Absolutely. Thank you, Glenn. Well, we got a couple of nice days ahead before it will start to feel a little more like January probably should.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So take advantage of this warmth, because for the next couple of days, we're looking at much warmer temperatures than what's normal. Normal daytime high is -3 for this time of year. So 9 at least again for tomorrow. Gusty at times up to 50 kilometers per hour with those winds out of the west. Thursday, we'll notice the weather pattern completely changing, especially by the supper hours. We'll likely kick things off with a few flurries late Thursday and through Friday. And then check out your daytime high on Friday, -6. The coldest of this 5-day cold stretch will be Saturday with a high of -14. Okay, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. And this one is from Terry Novak, taken in the Northwest. This is the sunset tonight in West Confederation Park. Pretty beautiful.
We do get some pretty nice sunsets this time of year, the pink sky. It's lovely. Thank you for your company tonight. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.